So with it being Sunday, it's that time of the week again. It's time to reflect on what we're seeing in the past week, but also what we could be seeing this week going forwards into AMC. Now this time we're talking about the Bears, because I'm hearing a lot of different FUD tactics, but all of them can be categorized with these few characteristics. Now of course it is only an opinion based video. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions, as this is only what I believe, but if you do enjoy the content, do subscribe. But remember, it is only my opinion. So let's dive in. I have actually made a few notes here, so we're going to be looking at these. So this is a regular video that we update on a Sunday, because that's when we have the time to reflect on the market, but also speak about what we should be expecting going forwards into the new week. And what we're seeing is that Bears are actually, and the Shills as well, they're changing their tactics more rapidly to catch people out by looking for the wrong things. So what does that mean? It means we're looking for a few things as we would categorize as bearish. In actuality, they're kind of changing the tactics to, switch things up and kind of catch us off guard. So here's what I am going to be looking for this week. Now again, it's only my opinion, do your research, come to your conclusions, but this is what I personally believe we are seeing and we could be seeing more of into this new week. So the first thing is going to be obvious. It's demotivating the troops. It's picking, the main people within the AMC movement and basically picking them and demotivating them by saying things about them or to them which gets people to kind of want to give up, if you will, or that's their intention. So they will target people on social media platforms who are spreading good DD and say things to them to hopefully get them to move out of the stock, when in actuality it's probably not going to have that effect, but it is something which I believe they are going to try and do and are doing already. Now, another thing is being overly bullish in an attempt to convince you. Right, we're all bullish on AMC, but I think it's also important to be realistic. As I've said with AMC, I think the worst is yet to come, so I am personally prepared for the worst before the better. And I do respect all opinions, right? If you have a bullish opinion on AMC, as I personally do, but if you have a bullish opinion, for instance, on this week, credit to you and shout out to you. But I think some people are being very much overly bullish, if you will, in an attempt to convince people, so be careful for that. We're seeing blatantly, casually stating blatant FUD as opinion. So I'll say, I don't know guys, but this and that, when it's something which is clearly either untrue or highly likely to be FUD, and they'll say, oh, I don't know, it's just something to think about. Now again, I understand AMC both in a fundamental play but also as a short squeeze play or even a technical play. Of course it has weak points. I think that's inevitable with any stock. It is going to have those weak points. But, they're going to be spreading this casually so that we get to see it without kind of noticing it as that strong FUD as we once would have. So I think we're expecting a lot more of that casually from now on, so be very careful for it. Now, this one's not necessarily always bearish or, against AMC, but we're seeing profile pics which are so related to AMC or the ape movement in a desperate attempt to convince you. So I'll set that picture to something related to AMC and continuously talk bad about AMC, but do it in a way that makes us feel or makes it look like they are actually bullish. So I'm definitely watching out for that one right now, because I think we could be seeing a lot more of that. It's something which we're already seeing, but yes, watch out. If they're overly trying to convince you, if anybody is overly trying to convince you, in my opinion, that's a red flag. Of course, you do your own strategy, but the way that I see it, we all have our opinions and it is nothing more than that. We should all come to our own conclusions, but anybody who is desperate to convince you of their opinion being completely correct, it does seem a little bit questionable in my opinion. Now, another thing is knowing more than anybody would. And it questions where did they come from. So like I've said before in a detailed video on the matter, we're seeing certain bears using these arguments or these detailed terms which people like you or me, i.e. normal people, do not know. It's very technical related, which does kind of give us a little bit of an idea that maybe, just maybe, of course not guaranteed, but maybe they are sent from somewhere else, as we have been suspecting for some time. Now, on the other end of the bear spectrum, we have the people who do not know more. We have the people with unthought out logic. They don't know what their points are basically supposed to say, or at least their points do not make any sense. They will say things which are blatantly untrue. I don't really understand the purpose of this one, but yeah, we're seeing a lot of these just nonsensical bear arguments, so I think we should be prepared for those. Not that they're really going to trick anybody. Anyway, we've seen them trying to cause massive amounts of division amongst different factions of the movement. And what do I mean by that? I mean, of course, we're all in AMC, or GME for that matter, but they're trying to cause that division. So ideas that I've seen for division, they're trying to divide AMC apes and GME apes as different, when in actuality we're all the same, we're all fighting for the same movement. They're trying to divide YouTubers and Redditors amongst the apes, saying that, you know, these people do not have their best interests at heart. And of course, all these people are doing, be it people on YouTube or on Reddit, they're just sharing their opinion. They never claim to do more than that, so do remember that too. And yeah, so they're trying to divide those people amongst the apes who are not posting as much, so be careful for that. And another thing is they're trying to say that Reddit is controlled almost, you know, wholly by the hedge funds. And the whole idea of that, in my opinion, is that they're going to try and get people to not use Reddit as much. And of course, Reddit really is a great source of DD. So perhaps they're trying to divide Reddit by saying it's corrupt. And of course, we've shown in the past certain shills are on Reddit, certain forums on Reddit, let's say, certain subreddits are not the best to use in my opinion, but they're trying to say the whole of Reddit is not worth using. The same with YouTube, the same with Twitter, they're trying to say that. Now, another one that we keep seeing is lying about positions they never held. So what do you mean by that one? Pretty self-explanatory, but, you know, they'll talk about how they held AMC from this price to that price, and how they lost this much money, when in actuality it's almost impossible by doing the mathematics that they have lost that much, you know, unless they put millions into AMC stock. So oftentimes they're talking about these big positions, but who knows if they even held them. And if they did, why do they continuously come onto the boards to talk about AMC and GME if they are so against it, right? We see them on the boards all the time. Why? So I just do not believe that all of these people held positions in AMC to begin with, and that's just the way that I see it. Now, another one is outright lies, right? They'll state things which are not true, proven to be not true, as 100% fact, when in actuality, they're just not. We're allowed to have opinion, but to state fiction as fact, it just is a little bit misleading if you ask me. Now another one, they're making promises that they don't back up or can't back up, as in lying to the community. Again, kind of ties in with the last point, but we're seeing this in multiple different ways. So it's only a short list here. We could talk about many more different tactics that we're going to be looking for, but this is a few of the ones that I've noticed and I thought it was worth bringing to you in this Sunday update. So what do you think? Are you going to be looking out for any of these tactics? Have you been looking out for any of these in the past? And have you noticed any of them? I want to hear what you have to say, so do drop me a comment down below. But this has been your Sunday update of what to expect going forwards into this new week. Again, tell me if you've seen anything which you noticed, but I'll be back later. So thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.